Chosen one, listen carefully, that you did not arrive here by accident. There is a quiet thread, weaving your life toward this very moment. A divine hand, guiding you through every silence, every strange glance, every time a pair of animal eyes seem to see something no human ever could. Maybe you've noticed it before. That look from a dog, steady, wordless, piercing through the noise, and finding the center of your soul. At first you thought it was coincidence, a loyal pet, a simple creature seeking affection. But in truth, something far deeper was happening. The unseen recognized itself. In you, the sacred recognized its own reflection. And that reflection stared back through the eyes of a creature the world calls ordinary, but heaven calls guardian. From the beginning of time, when humanity first forgot the language of light, God placed reminders along the path, hearts that still remembered how to love without condition, how to sense without judgment, how to wait without demand. Among these reminders were the dogs, the caramel-souled companions who move between the seen and the unseen. But when you, the chosen one, entered this life with a vibration higher than the world's noise, they felt it. They felt your loneliness, your quiet ache, your invisible crown. Oh, they gathered near you, not out of instinct, but out of recognition. And because light calls to light, and purity defends purity. Have you noticed how animals, especially dogs, seem to find you, and they stare longer, deeper. They rest their heads on your lap, as if listening to a language only your soul can speak. When your heart is heavy, they sense it. When you try to hide your pain behind smiles, they still see the tremor beneath. They walk to you, because your energy hums in the same frequency heaven uses to call its messengers. You carry the fragrance of the divine, and they, those gentle watchers, were designed to notice it. You must understand this truth. Dogs do not love you only for who you are. They love you for what surrounds you. The field of compassion that your awakening spirit radiates. In a world where human hearts speak with deceit, they respond only to essence. They know the honest vibration of the soul. And that's why, when you enter a room, some approach with joy, while others bow in reverence. They're reading your spirit, not your posture. There's something sacred about the way they sit beside you, in silence. No questions, around no expectations, just presence. The same presence the Creator felt when forming light out of nothingness. When a dog rests its head on you, it's as if the universe itself leans closer, whispering, "You're not alone in this density." Heaven did not send you unguarded into this world, and it sent watchers, clothed in fur and gentleness, to walk beside you. Their bark warns the darkness, and their tail waves joy to the angels. And their eyes mirror unconditional love, the same love you sometimes forget to give yourself. From childhood, you felt this connection, while others played carelessly. You noticed the quiet dog sitting by itself, the stray waiting at the corner, the old one limping, but still wagging its tail. You reached out, not from pity, but from kinship. You recognized nobility in their silence, patience in their gaze, holiness in their loyalty. And as you grew older, that bond never left. It became a language of spirit, rather than sound. When the world became loud, and your heart heavy with misunderstanding, their presence pulled you back to center. Have you noticed how they breathe with you when you cry? How they look into your eyes, without flinching. When pain floods through you, they don't rush to fix it. They absorb it, transmute it, carry it away into the invisible. In that moment, they are priests of empathy, taking your sorrow into their small bodies so your light remains bright. No human can imitate this purity because it's not learned, it's remembered. And then they remember what we forgot. That love is not transaction. It's translation between realms. In Chosen One, the dogs that find you are not random. They are assigned. Each one appears at a specific chapter of your journey. When your soul needs a reminder, sometimes they come to teach loyalty. Sometimes to help you release control. Sometimes to heal grief before it hardens. Their arrival is always a message. Soften, breathe, return to innocence. They are living parables of grace, or when you feed them, you are feeding a messenger. When you care for them, you honor heaven itself. There's a reason they guard your doors, often why they wake in the night, staring into corners where you see nothing. Their senses are extensions of divine vigilance. When darkness approaches, they growl, not at emptiness, but at intrusion. When angels pass, they fall silent, humbled by radiance. Have you seen it? A dog suddenly wagging its tail toward nothing visible? It wasn't nothing. It was your guardian, greeting the ones who watch over you. The chosen carry light that attracts both wonder and warfare. Your brightness awakens admiration in some, and agitation in others, both human and unseen. Now the dogs stand as shields between your heart and those currents. When you pray, they lie at your feet. When you weep, they move closer. When you dream, they guard the doorway of your sleep. They know when your soul travels, and when you wake startled, they are already awake, whispering through their eyes, "You are safe." And we held watch. In their silence carries wisdom beyond speech, and they teach the rhythm of trust. To love without guarantee, to stay without condition, to serve without applause. Every lick, every wag, every patient wait is a sermon in disguise. They do not question your worth. They mirror it until you remember. Well, and that's why heaven calls them companions of the chosen, because those marked by divine fire often forget how to rest, and so God sends rest with 4 legs and a heartbeat. When you look into their eyes, notice how time slows. That's eternity peeking through. Oh, dogs don't count minutes. They measure moments by presence. To them, 1 minute of love equals a lifetime of meaning. You are not meant to chase hours. You are meant to inhabit them. Your bond with them is a sacred exchange. You give care, they give clarity. You feed their bodies, they feed your soul. When you touch them, you touch innocence. When they touch you, heaven sees reunion. You may think you rescued them, but they rescued you first. One from loneliness, from forgetting who you are. They taught you tenderness in a world that hardens, and through their eyes, you saw how God looks at you. Without condition, without disappointment, only delight. Even in your hardest seasons, when prayers went unanswered, notice how they stayed. It was as if heaven whispered, "I can't come today in visible form, so I'm sending a tail that wags at your return." In that wag, in that breath, God visited you quietly, and because angels often disguise themselves as the ones who simply stay. In Chosen One, you were never meant to walk this path alone. Your solitude is sacred, but not empty. Creation itself accompanies you through these gentle creatures, half of heaven, half of earth. When you hold them, you hold proof that heaven has not forgotten how to speak your language. There will come a day when their presence feels even more purposeful, when they warn you before storms arrive. Watch them, trust them. They sense deception long before your mind does. If they pull away from someone and listen, if they welcome a stranger, trust it. They are the barometers of truth in a world addicted to disguise. Each time you thank them, heaven hears it as praise, because every act of kindness toward them is worship. You are acknowledging divine craftsmanship, and in return, they bless you with the silent power of trust restored. And because trust, for the chosen, is the hardest virtue to keep. And you've seen too much, have felt too much, lost too much. But in their eyes, trust resurrects daily. They forgive before offense. They love before merit. They wait before command. Through them, the Most High trains your heart back to softness. When you look into their eyes again, remember, they see what humans can't. They see the divine signature etched upon your soul, the light you carry that no darkness can erase, and the mark of the one who walks with heaven's fire. They see it, and they stay. If this message touched your soul, comment 777 below as your sign of divine confirmation. Share this message with someone who carries light, and subscribe to Chosen Life Fire so more chosen ones can awaken to their truth. Chosen one. There's something sacred you need to understand. The connection between you and those who walk on four legs is not simply affection. No, it's architecture. It's protection, written in divine blueprints before your birth. Before you took your first breath, heaven already placed guardians along your path. They were wrapped in gentleness, so you would accept them without fear. But their spirit is made of courage the world cannot measure. When darkness moves, they know. And then before you sense danger, they shift. Their ears perk. Their eyes lock on the unseen. They read frequencies that humans forgot how to feel. You call it instinct. Heaven calls it assignment. And there are moments when your energy field opens, during prayer, deep rest, or grief. And in those moments, the veil between worlds grows thin, and sometimes shadows wander close. Not to harm, but to test the strength of your light. And before you even react, the dog at your side already stands guard. In a low growl, a stare into the invisible. Not fear, but command. They are not barking at nothing. They are reminding darkness of the boundary. And this one, they say, is marked. And this one belongs to the light. It's no coincidence that the loyal ones never sleep deeply when you are uneasy. When your spirit feels under attack, they feel it first. When anxiety floods your heart, they move closer, anchoring your energy to peace. You think they're cuddling, but they're grounding you. Their heartbeat synchronizes with yours, aligning the rhythm of your soul. When in the vibration of love, pure, unfiltered love, becomes a shield that even unseen forces respect. That's why heaven chose them. And because love, when pure, becomes the most powerful protection in existence. It repels darkness without battle. It dissolves chaos without violence. And every time they press against you, heaven strengthens that field. You are never unguarded. You are never alone. Every companion that crossed your path was strategically placed by the one who sees beyond time. Some were with you only for a season, but their mission was complete. They came to absorb grief. They came to wake your laughter. They came to teach you how to receive again. And when their time was done, heaven called them back, not as loss, but as transition. Because those who served you in fur now serve you in light. Here you may not see them, but they still follow. And the same way angels shift dimensions, your guardians simply changed form. Chosen one, you must stop believing that pain equals abandonment. The Creator never leaves. He simply changes the instruments of protection. When one guardian leaves your side, another begins watching from above. You've felt it. That strange comfort when you think of them. The warmth that fills your chest. The quiet reassurance that comes with memory. That's not nostalgia. That's presence. Their energy still lingers, interceding for you in ways words can't. You are protected more than you know. Even when you feel surrounded by chaos, your frequency emits a code recognized by light beings. They know your name, not your earthly name, but your vibration, your song. It's the same melody sung when you were sent here. And every time your faith flickers, your guardians, seen and unseen, hum that melody back to you until you remember who you are. Do you recall the nights you couldn't sleep? And your dog refused to rest too? They weren't restless. They were responding to your spiritual state. They were pacing because your thoughts were loud in the unseen. You didn't have to speak. They already knew. They laid beside your bed as heaven's living armor. And when peace returned, they sighed, closed their eyes, and rested again, because balance had been restored. Sometimes the way God answers your prayers is through the one who cannot speak, through a nudge, a gaze, the silent presence beside you, because love that doesn't need words speaks directly to the soul. And you, chosen one, understand that language, the language of energy, of stillness, of divine presence disguised as ordinary. You've always been sensitive to vibration, and crowds exhaust you. Odd rooms drain your focus. But near your dog, your energy resets, because they hum in harmony with the earth itself. Their presence recalibrates your nervous system. They are frequency healers in disguise. And when you stroke their fur, static energy leaves your body. That tingling warmth, that's alignment. That's heaven reminding your cells, you are safe here. In ancient times, priests understood this. They lived beside animals, not as decoration, but as spiritual companions. They knew creation was interconnected, that every creature vibrated with a unique tone. The dogs, especially, were placed near sacred thresholds, because they guarded the borders between worlds, between chaos and calm, between the human and the holy. That same instinct still lives in every one of them today. So, when people call them just animals, smile gently, because you know the truth. You've seen the sacred in their eyes. You've heard the sermon in their silence. You've felt the divine pulse in their presence. They are not just pets. They are fragments of Eden still roaming the earth, searching for hearts that remember heaven. And they find you because you remember. And chosen one, your connection with them is a training for higher trust. It's preparation for how you'll relate to heaven itself, to trust what you can't see, and to feel what words can't explain. Root to love, without proof. That's the same way the divine asks you to love him, without transaction, without demand, just presence. Your guardians teach you this daily. And so the next time you see your dog watching you silently, know that he is not bored. He is listening to heaven's frequency around you. He is monitoring shifts in your energy, making sure you remain centered in light. He's not waiting for a command. He's waiting for confirmation. And when you smile, when peace floods your heart, he exhales, because his mission for that moment is complete. This is why betrayal wounds you so deeply. Not that you were built for loyalty. You vibrate in the same key as those who never abandon. And people lie, or leave, or take advantage. It doesn't just hurt your heart, and it offends your essence. Because you were created in the image of fidelity itself. And God, knowing that your soul would suffer betrayal, surrounded you with beings incapable of it, so you could remember what love looks like, when it never fails. Every time you see loyalty wag its tail, remember, that's heaven's reminder. The faithfulness you seek exists, so the purity you miss is still real. You just have to look in simpler places. You just have to quiet the noise. There are secrets hidden in their joy. When they greet you after absence, they are not just happy. They are reflecting the way heaven rejoices every time your soul returns to gratitude. When they circle before lying down, they are mapping an energy field, sealing it with calm. When they lick your hand, they are renewing covenant, the ancient sign of peace between realms. Every small act carries sacred code. Chosen one, you live among miracles, disguised as moments. Amen. Do not overlook them. And the divine hides in repetition, in routines, in tiny gestures of creation reminding you daily, you are loved, you are protected, you are never forgotten. And one day, when your journey is complete, you will see them again. I'm running toward you, tales like torches of joy, not bound by time, not limited by form. Because love never ends. It simply changes frequency. And heaven keeps records of every heartbeat given in love. Until that day, honor their presence, love them deeply, care for them gently. And when you close your eyes tonight, whisper gratitude, well, because somewhere between your breath and theirs, the divine listens, chosen one. Now you understand that they were never just dogs. They were fragments of the divine, shaped in softness, so your soul could remember love without fear. They came not to teach you new things, but to make you remember what your heart already knew before this lifetime began. Their gaze, their silence, their loyalty, all of it is the echo of the first Eden. Before words, before walls, when love moved freely through every living thing, and the world still breathed as one. When they sit at your feet, they are reminding you of the posture of the soul, humble, devoted, aware. They don't seek to own, only to be near. And that is the essence of divine companionship, to be close without control, and to love without trying to mold, to protect without possessing. That's the frequency of heaven. That's the frequency you're returning to. Sometimes when you feel the world has hardened, when humanity seems blind and cruel, look again into the eyes of the humble guardians. Their gaze will pull you back to softness. It will remind you that goodness still exists, not in noise or in pride, but in quiet faithfulness. They never argue. They simply are. They don't demand proof. They live in trust. They don't rehearse love. They become it. Every breath, every glance, every step beside you is a reminder that the holy still walks among the ordinary. And here's the mystery. As you love them, you are healing yourself. For yes, every act of care, every touch, rewires something ancient in you. And it tells your nervous system, it's safe now. It tells your heart, love still works. It tells your soul, home is not gone, it's remembered. That's why healing often begins with something small, pure, and wordless. Because heaven rebuilds trust gently, and the chosen are always rebuilt through tenderness. You've spent lifetimes learning strength. Now you are being taught gentleness. You've battled darkness and carried burdens. Now you are being trained to rest in light. Even in silence, the world watches how you walk, how you treat those who cannot repay. That's what separates the chosen from the lost, compassion. Because the closer you get to the divine, the softer your power becomes. Authority without cruelty, the strength without noise. That's holiness disguised as humility. In their company, you begin to mirror heaven's patience. You learn to listen beyond words. You start sensing when someone's soul trembles before they speak. You begin to forgive more easily, because their example taught you that love is not earned, it's given. You become light that heals others, simply by being. And one day, you'll realize something sacred. The same loyalty they showed to you is the same loyalty heaven has shown all along. You were never abandoned. Dear, you were always accompanied, sometimes by angels in disguise, and sometimes by paws that walked beside you when no one else did. And when you cried in the dark, thinking no one heard, they did. Because the one who sent them heard first, and they were his answer before your prayer was spoken. Or chosen one, you were entrusted with sensitivity, not as a curse, but as a compass. You feel deeply because you were meant to translate the invisible. You sense energy because you were designed to protect others with your awareness. And through your bond with these guardians, you've learned how to love without fear again. This is preparation. Because soon heaven will call you to extend that love outward, to people who forgot what it feels like to be seen, to be safe, to be held in kindness. That's your true mission. To reintroduce the world to love that doesn't demand. You see, every divine guardian you've met, whether human, angelic, or animal, was part of one lesson: how to love like the Creator. Patiently, quietly, faithfully. You are now becoming that reflection. That's why others feel peace near you. That's why children and animals move closer. They don't understand your words, but they recognize your frequency. They sense the kingdom through you. You've become the mirror of what heaven feels like. And this is what the journey was always about. Not perfection, not power, but remembrance. Shot to remember that even when the world feels cold, love still finds a way to knock on your door. Sometimes with wings, sometimes with fur, and always with purpose. And so the next time you feel alone, step outside. Look at the sky, or listen to the wind. Feel the quiet eyes of creation watching over you. They're whispering, you are not forgotten. You are seen. You are loved. The same love that sent them is still guiding you, still writing through you, still breathing through you. And when you speak kindness into the world, heaven smiles, because that was the goal all along, to make you an echo of its own voice. Gentle, fearless, eternal. You are not just a chosen one. You are a reminder, a living message written in flesh and spirit. Every step you take lights a path for someone else lost in darkness. Every breath you take in gratitude becomes a prayer that travels far beyond this dimension. And when your time here ends, you won't go alone. The guardians who walked beside you will run ahead, clearing the path, howling joy into the heavens. They'll lead you home, because love never dies. It only changes form. And so tonight, before you sleep, place your hand over your heart. Feel that warmth. That pulse. That's the same rhythm that beats in every loyal heart that's ever loved you. And the same frequency that heaven hears when you whisper thank you. And somewhere beyond sight, tails are wagging in eternal joy, because gratitude reached them. Chosen one, your journey is sacred. Your companions are holy. Your love is your shield. Walk gently, shine brightly, and remember, you were never walking alone. This message touched your spirit. Comment 777 below as your sign of divine remembrance. Share this video with someone who carries light. Subscribe to Chosen Ligh Fire, so together we can awaken more souls to their divine purpose. You are seen, you are loved, and you are never forgotten.